All right, let's see. Tiffany, hold on. It says you're coming in. Oh, it's muted. It's unmuted. Oh, beautiful picture. Hi.
Oh
How are
my God,
you?
I can't believe I'm talking to you. I've been waiting for so long.
Oh, I know. I know. Well, welcome in. I'm excited. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. Well, me too. So with that being said, I want to let you know, obviously we have 30 minutes. I want to kind of tell you a little bit about what I do and how I do this. So first off, I'm not in my normal session room. I am in upstate in California in a mountain
Oh,
cabin. And so this is what we get. Okay.
okay. Is
Okay.
there snow?
Oh, there is 4 foot of snow out
Oh,
here.
are you in
Like
Tahoe?
I know I am in what's called Shaver Lake and Huntington Lake. It is the mountain range right next to Tahoe. If I
Okay.
drove through the peak, I would hit Tahoe. It's
Oh
like in
my,
that same the Sierra Nevadas. My husband's grandparents live up here in this mountain community, and so we have an Airbnb so I can work. And so this is how it is. So,
well, I love that.
oh,
My boyfriend is from Tahoe and I'm originally from Colorado. So,
oh, so
yeah.
see, this opens perfectly. Okay, okay, I get it. Oh, that would make sense then. Oh, okay. So let me tell you about how I channel first, and I want to tell you this. Okay, so I
Okay.
pulled up your appointment. I get in here. I had to fix my little camera that I have because I don't have my big one with me, so that's why it took me a little bit longer. But when I channel, what happens is, yes, I know we want to bring through a couple of people. Great, not a problem. But when I channel, how do I channel? You have to remember that these people are still people. They just don't have a body. Okay.
Right.
So we have to do this with love. We have to do this respect. We have to do this with honor. But at the same time, we have to remember too that this is difficult for them. Okay. So we have to like take our time. And so what's happening is that we are literally saying, hey, I want you to use her body and use her brain and come through perfectly. And then I have to understand what the hell they're trying to say because it's a whole new language. So
Yeah.
they talk in different ways. They talk in feelings and emotions, which I translate into words. They talk in a lot of signs and symbols, which like if I see a pineapple, that means Florida. If I see a pineapple the next, that means don't move to Florida, just like weird stuff like that. They will try to put me in situations that either have happened to them, happened to you, or will happen to you. And the last one is that I get words and phrases. So I got a word and phrase while I was sitting here pulling up your stuff and waiting for you to just show up, which was like a half of a second. And I pulled up your appointment, and there was a gentleman in my head, and he said, California, they like it there. That's all they said. And I was like, or I like it there. Like he apparently likes this as well. And so that's why when you said that, there was a light bulb that went off in my eyes because I was like, this is him. And
Yeah.
I was like, why is he talking about California? It's because of it. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. He like makes a funny thing like, I know I'm good, right? Like, but just almost like very calm about it. You know
So,
I'm good, right?
can I
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you that
yeah,
I met a medium through a girlfriend of mine
yeah.
like 7 years ago?
Uh-huh.
Nothing came through during that session. It was a group reading for me. That was the last time I talked to her. No connection with her, not on Facebook, never talked to her again. 3 weeks after we buried my dad, so like almost 5 weeks after he died, he came through to her. She called my girlfriend and was like, did your friend Tiffany's dad die? And Lexi couldn't even put together that I had met her. And then when she finally connected it and got me in touch with the medium, she was like, I have never had such a new spirit come through so forcefully.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My dad is probably like, well, this is easy. She set this
That's
and told me.
yes, yes. Oh, that's so weird. In the very beginning, the whole Colorado thing. Now, mind you, hold on, because that's not he's very direct in life, but that's not his normal personality. And so that's
Correct.
the whole interesting thing because I can see how well he comes in, but I can feel what he was like in physical. So that's why my brain is like bleh when it comes to it. So hold on, let's see. So I'm going to be interviewing him and you're
Okay.
going to see me like talking a lot with my eyes and all I really need you to do is tell me, Amy, hell yeah, that makes sense or no, it doesn't. Um jokes a lot with you.
Yeah.
He's like, he comes up, he's like, ha ha ha, how do you like that I'm here, that I can see you? What do you think about him? Ha, ha, and he'll like come up and he'll like pat you. But like there is intimate moments where you go up and you give him this really big hug and you can feel the squish. And he like think you are like his everything. You're his daughter, you're his girl, you're his everything, you're his champion, like all the way through. Let me just tell you that. He says, and she's smart if she uses it. And I'm like, obviously she uses it. He says that what? He just doesn't want you to limit yourself. I don't want her to limit herself. And he's talking about you doing the back and forth, but you're really driven. So what is she doing back and forth on? So just what?
This year has been, I left a job that I really loved because I needed more. And
Yeah.
I have then left the next job, and I have been bouncing around.
You've been back and forth.
Yeah.
How interesting. Yeah, that's what he's like. He's like, she's been back and forth, da da da. Why don't I just need you to be here? And he says that, wait, what? Oh, that's clever. He said, maybe you don't need to look for yourself in a company. Maybe you need to look for yourself in yourself. So it's like starting your own business. Oh, that was interesting. Hold on. I'm just going to leave that there for a second. I've never heard that before. That's why I said that was clever. He says that, but you're currently married, you said, right? Yes. And he says that, oh, you're not. What happened with that? What is that about?
I got divorced 5 years ago.
Oh no. Okay. This is
But
why
I have had a boyfriend for 4 years.
Oh, so that's okay. So
So
this
the
is what,
boyfriend is the one from Tahoe.
oh, that's the one from Todd. This is what he said, because he talks about how you're with somebody that would support your dreams and help you push you further. That's why I was like, 4 years, that's freaking married. Stop it, except on not in taxes. But he's talking about how he talks about your first one, your first marriage. It's okay. I had a first marriage. I'm on my second one, maybe a third later. But he says that, all seriousness, but he goes, oh man, that first one was a doozy, you know.
Dad, why don't you tell me that? He says that all the time after I break up.
I know.
Tell me
I know.
now. Tell me
I know.
now.
I know. Well, that's what but he goes like this. He like gives me the feeling of like, I can't really say my part about it at that point because you wouldn't have taken it seriously, really, or you would have just like pushed through anyways. And he goes, oh well, which means like I'll keep my mouth shut. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. He says, wait. He does like this one's better. Oh, you can like, he's a pushover in a good way. He says
Does
that,
you remember meeting him?
let's get
before
into
he
this.
died?
Hang on. He like makes a joke on how apparently we were already sick or something was really, really going on at that point, because
He
he
was
makes
in
it.
the ICU.
Oh, this is what he said. He goes, wow, she really chose to let me dress up for this occasion. I was looking great. Like that was it. And he shows me an image of him looking very gray and light green. And I'm like, oh man, he was really sick. And he says that, tell me, you should have known me when I looked good. He's funny. Wait, what? What about him? Ah, he kind of wants you to get married. Interesting.
I'm getting married again, Dad. I'm not.
I know you're not. And that's okay. He says that, hold on. He just wants you to be taken care of. That's why.
I
That's
think
it.
Trask will take care of me.
I know he will. I know he will. He says that, tell me, what about him? You have dogs right now? You have
I
white.
do have a dog. I have a huge dog.
Oh my
Would you
God.
like
Okay.
the dog?
Wow. Okay. So yeah, so this is what he says. This is where my brain messes up, because he says she goes out and she walks the dog. And I was like, well, what about the dog? And I said, she has white furniture. Ain't no way she has dogs. And he's like, yeah, and because you do. He says that
Only my headboard in my bedroom. I have children, so nothing in my house.
I get that. Wait, so tell me about it. I can hear him go up and patting this.
Yeah.
Thump. Is it like almost like a size of like a mastiff?
It is a mastiff. It's an Italian mastiff. It's a Cane Corso. Yeah. His name is Rocco.
Oh, how odd. Not odd that it's a mastiff, just how he showed that to me. The lengths he went to show me that breed of dog. Um, I have a oh, how interesting. Yeah, he does like him. He just showed me two things. So my sister, my half sister, her ex-husband was a champion English Mastiff dog breeder, and he had like 20 of them. And so he just took me back to that moment in my life when I was like 9 and got ran over by mastiffs. Like that was what he did. Anyways, he tell me. Is it like dark hair though? Is it like grayish
Yeah,
black or something?
yeah, he's gray and brown. He's a
He
brindle.
is. Oh, even better. Oh my God. I said, so what about this mastiff? Tell me about it because I was only seen tan ones, and he talks about finding little gray or black hairs everywhere. And I was like, oh, okay, tiny ones. And he says that, I mean, but that normally happens with big dogs. Really watch out for circulatory issues with him and like having the blood pumping from his heart to his extremities down the line.
Okay.
That's weird. I've never had that, but he's talking about how maybe the dog starts to get lethargic or because like we're having issues with that. So you may have to like put him on like a blood pressure medication to make it to where his blood pumps
He
more.
doesn't like to walk in the summertime. It's too hot for him. So
Mhm.
he is super lethargic most like I live in Austin, so
Mm.
from
Oh,
May to September, October, or
yeah,
now
November.
January.
Yeah. Wow.
It
Okay.
was
Yeah.
80
So,
degrees today, so
oh, yeah. No, I know. I'll be back there soon. Don't worry about it. Except I'm on the coast in Houston, so I know all about that. Wait. Tell me. Come here. So you moved out here for a job?
originally, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I said, why did she go from there to here? What was going on? Why is Colorado? And he says, well, moved out there and he put some money. And he says, and then she kind of liked it and she stayed. And he's like, I don't know. I'm gonna ask him what happened to him. Hold on. He puts little running shoes on in my head. He's trying to show me that he's active. So
He
he
is
like,
very active.
yeah,
He was
he's
very active.
gonna go walk and he fast walks and he has these little jeans on in my head. He says that he would wear Under Armour. Mm. He says that interesting. I have no idea why. He's talking about how what happened with you, Dad? Tell me. Hold on. Did sister pass after he did?
No, my sister's still alive.
Oh, no, no, no. His sister.
Oh, yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, cool. This is all he said. I'm asking him what happened to him. Can you show me? And he goes, oh, what do you take me? He says, where do you want me to take you? He goes, really, I died. And then, my sister showed up. That's what he said.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
why I said she died after. So he was like, gah. Hold on. Let
You
me go
with?
back.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're
he's his
together.
sisters.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Both of them should be there.
Oh, hold on. Let me figure it out. Hang on. Uh, was like one of the sisters battling cancer.
Yes.
I'm not laughing at that, but he says, oh, while she was battling cancer, I was taking the express route. That's what he was just talking about, him dying, taking,
They had the same kind of cancer.
but he died quicker from
Well,
it.
did he know that he was sick?
No,
He didn't.
not all the way. I think he had an inkling of it, but I don't think he fully understood it just because how he feels in my head is like when people get like pancreatic cancer and that they like find
That's
out,
what he died of. That wasn't
ah,
the original cancer, but that's what he died of, is pancreatic cancer. It was 8 days. He turned jaundice. We took him to the emergency room. He was dead 8 days later. He never left the hospital.
my dad had pancreatic cancer. He just showed my dad's face in my head. That's why I said pancreatic cancer. Yeah, I just, oh, this is odd and so good. Hold on, let's ask about that. Hang on. Yeah, of course your blood sugar's spiking. Of course, that's like what happens, dude. What do you mean? Um, hold on. But where was it at originally? Not you, him. Hang on. Was it just in his small intestine and like his bowels? Where was this at?
It was in his bladder, the
His
original.
bladder. Okay, okay. This is what he keeps showing me. I said, where was it? I said, if it was in your brain or something. He goes, no, 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 down further. And he keeps making me go, ooh, and he keeps giving me pain, like I need to go to the potty. I guess that could be for peeing too. But that's what I was talking about. He says it's not something. I said, did you know? You knew. There are ways that you would know. And he says, why don't I want to talk about that? I was like, oh, okay, so now you're being
That's
secret.
because he told us after the first round of chemo and radiation he would never do it again.
Yeah. Why would he want to talk about it? What?
It seems so sudden, and if
It
he
was.
knew that he was sick, we could have done something about it, I feel like.
I think that let's ask him about that. Hang on. Give me your images. What's going on? Ooh, a whole line of words just was said. He says, he literally calls himself, he says, I was being a little bit egotistical. So it's like, I don't want to tell anybody. I don't want to say anything about that. He says, how could I do that? How could I do that to them? I thought I was saving face. I thought I was not having them be afraid. He goes, but really, I was afraid to admit it. So he's talking about himself being afraid and scared. He says that when you're the number one in family, and then something like this takes you out, what am I supposed to do?
Did he wait for my sister?
Hold on, let's see. Hang on. It's so funny. His answer was, I didn't think that I had a choice. So it's like, I mean, like, legit, it's not yes or no. It's, I didn't think that I had a choice. So it's like, it has to be. He says that she would have been very mad and very upset at him for like the rest of her life. I don't have one, but now I have two doing this. He says that you were always going to take care of your dad. You were always going to take care of your dad. Everybody's always going to take care of my pops. He says that, okay, he's talking about grandkids, he's talking about birthdays, he's talking about coming to see everybody. We're gonna have to get into more specifics on this. He says that, tell me, bud. Least I could do is close my mouth. What do you mean by that? Did we end up getting to say goodbye to him after they took all the stuff out?
My mom and I were with him. Yeah.
With him. Yeah. Okay. This is what he's talking about, like that. So we have everything out, and he's talking about how people are saying goodbye to him, and we're able to give him a kiss. He says
I made my mom and my sister tell him it was okay to go.
Good. You did a good job. You did a good job. He just wants to go out hiking. He wants to enjoy his life. He wasn't, and I'm glad that you were able to release him. I'm glad that y'all were able to release him, because
he made the choice. He chose.
I know.
Which
I think
gives me comfort, but I still miss him.
I know. What I know. I lost my daddy too. I'm the one that pulled the plug on his machine. I'm right. I get it, and it's hard. And tell me about her. Okay, so mom, he's funny. Your dad is a little sarcastic, and I really like him. He's talking. He says, I said, so what about their mom? What's going on? He goes, well, she's really free now. She doesn't even get to miss me. And I was like, well, what is that? And he says, no, I love her. I love her. So he loves her. He says that so dad's kind of like the glue that held everybody together. Do you feel like your mom is getting far more distant than you would like?
She literally moved across the country.
My God.
And I haven't spoken to my sister since 13 days after my dad's funeral, because they wanted to have the funeral on my birthday.
Oh, how wonderful is that?
Is he mad that I stood my ground and made them do it on a different day?
No, absolutely no. There would be nothing mad about that. Hang on, let's see. Hang on. You just don't want to have that memory over and over and over again.
But nobody else thought that. I was the only one. My family gave me such a hard time.
Why?
Because it was convenient to have it on my birthday for all the people that needed to travel.
Well, see, that's kind of being narcissistic. So Yeah,
Oh, since
let's
my dad's passing, I have found that my mom is a narcissist.
Yeah, well, and that's what he just showed me an image. That's why I said, did you and your mom go? Because he talks about how if you sat at a table and went to lunch together, it would just be like you eating and being like, yeah,
Yep.
mhm, like that's it. So it's that spread apart. He says that, tell me, what does the 13th have to do with anything?
The 13th. I mean, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow, but I don't think it's having to do with February 13th. Or what are we in? January 13th. Sorry. I don't know. He keeps talking about he keeps showing me a number 13 over and over and over again. You don't have a 13-year-old kid though, do you?
No.
Yeah, see, I don't know. It's a very random number to show up in my head. So I'm going to leave that there. Just keep
Okay.
that there. Another thing too. No, I don't want to go that far. If you randomly start seeing the number 13 everywhere, please email me.
Okay.
That could just be another random like sign thing, but I'm just gonna leave that there.
Well, he was really mad at me the first time he came through because
Why?
he kept trying to talk to me or send me signs that he was with me and I wasn't seeing them.
Okay.
So now
Can
I
I
see them.
can I also teach you ways that you can create signs with him?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I do from my dad. I'm going to teach you real quick, then I'm going to go back to channeling. So whenever I'm in a bind or whatever, feeling really, really sad, I do this for everybody all the time and I feel them, but I like to freaking see things too. And so what you do, especially after this session, you take a couple moments, you have a good breather, you have a good cry, you close your eyes, you do everything in here. Take a moment, you say, Dad, can you please come be with me? And in this moment with your eyes closed, you start to remember 2 or 3 really good memories you had with him. Like if you can remember a time when he welcomed you in from like being gone or something, and you can feel that hug and the warmth, relive this memory. And then what you do is you say, Dad, I want to create a sign or a symbol. See, look, I have mine on here. I want to create a sign or a symbol with you. So that way, when I see it, I know it's you. And then what you do is you envision something that you want to see that's random. But let's start off slow first. So, first, what I would say is envision a purple heart. Okay.
Okay.
So, in your mind's eye, see a purple
I'm
heart.
gonna keep green.
Uh-huh. You can do whichever one you want, green, purple, whatever you'd want, and anything like that. But we want to do it to where it's easy for you and easy for him at first. And then you
Okay.
say, Dad, I want to see this purple heart or this green heart in the next 48 hours. You have to say a time, so do 48 hours, and I know that it's you. Okay. And then what you do is you let that go, you let it be, and then you just go on about your normal day. You don't do anything. You just write it down somewhere, whatever. Text your boyfriend. And then what will happen is in the next 48 hours, this green, yellow, red, whatever heart would be, will show up in your area, and you're gonna be like, that's weird.
Okay.
Right. And then you take a picture of it, do it, and then you take a moment and you say, thank you, I appreciate that. And then that evening you go and you do it all over again, but you do it for like a yellow heart
Okay.
or a pink one. And then when you do that same thing, so you take a moment, you have a good breather, you call them in, you do this charge up by remembering these good memories and feeling love. You ask for that sign, and even you can do it in like a dragon or whatever it is too. And then you let it go and you do a time. And so what that is you're setting parameters. You're
Okay.
giving them energy, you're calling them in, you're creating an item, and you're setting a time. Okay. And what will end up happening is that you see that more and more, and he'll be able to bring that in very quick, and you'll be able to get it. And it's like, oh my God, you are here. Yes, I am here, and you can use that your entire life.
Okay.
Okay. Back and forth. And I mean, that's what I do with my dad all the time. It's very, very fun. And then you'll probably cry profusely too, especially if it happens at work. Like that's another thing.
I work from
Okay.
home, so I can cry
Oh,
all.
so you're good. You can cry here.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good. I like that. Hang on. Let me go back into him really quick. Tell me, Dad. What? That pancreatic thing is wild. The things he shows me just so fast. Come here. Come sit over here. Or do you want to go be with her? Where? I wonder. He has like a mug with coffee in it, which is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what that
No,
is. Yeah.
that's my dad.
Oh,
That's
is
that's just a that's a thing.
is it a staple? He just walked into my head. He sits down and he has this mug or like a thermos thing, and he has this thing of like black coffee, and he's like that. He's just talking to me. I go, okay. So he's letting you know that. He says that. What? Tell me. Do you have a son and a daughter?
No, just two.
Oh.
2
Two
sons.
two sons. Interesting. There's something about he mentions the sons. He mentions about coming up and being part of like a grandfather. But then does somebody does like one of the sisters have a daughter already?
Nobody has a daughter.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We're gonna leave that there. There's like some weird thing about daughter, and so we're gonna leave that there too. Hang on. Come here. Hold on.
Is he talking about his daughter? His other daughter?
That could be a thing. Was she younger than y'all? Or
Yes.
she? Oh, okay. What's going on with her?
I don't know because I haven't spoken to her in 2 years.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he keeps talking about sons, and then he brings up younger daughter, and he keeps attaching to that, and that's all he's showing me.
My sister. Is he
Yeah.
mad about us not talking? Or does he understand?
So there's a couple of things that go along with this. So let's look at it from a bigger picture. Hang on. He understands, but I'm going to give you some tough love. And just because the way he showed it to me, there's egos involved everywhere, right? So it's like stating, my side. But then also at the same time, if y'all talk, this will be the difficult part for you. You'll have to let everything go. You'll have to let it all go. Like cut it off and cut off whatever happened before and the feelings behind it and let it all go. And that way you will have like this cleansing thing and allow you to move forward. But will this other person do it as well? Exactly. That's the whole thing. And that's where the roadblock is. It's because I know you will be able to go push it off, but this other person is not awakened. They're not as open as you. They don't see things like that, and so they'll keep being in like this lower mindset over and over again. And so he knows that, he understands that. So is he mad at that? Absolutely not, because he's in a higher vibrational state. But does he see what is going on? Yes. And it's almost like he takes pity on it more. Yes. So it's like, why are they doing that? Why are they acting like that? That's it. That's how he feels. And so it's not about you. It's about just looking at it from another side. Do I think that it's going to get better down the line? I don't ever think it's going to be the same at all. I even feel like as far as maybe it gets back to some sense of normality, he keeps using the number of 7, 7, 7, 7. And so for me, that could mean 7 years. Like that's almost like where it feels like. So I would say don't try to force it. Don't try to push it. Don't try to get in anything like that. I think it will come around in time, but I don't think it will ever be like it did before.
I mean,
Okay.
it wasn't good before either. So.
Oh, well, see, there you go. So yeah, so it's almost like it's almost like it ends up coming around a little bit, but nothing great. He says that, tell me. I like how you are a really, really good mom, but I like how you like yell in a good way at your kids. Like it's like I can hear you, like your voice echoing through the house, da 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 da, and like your dad's here with you as you do it. You're very constructive. You're very, very good at what you do, but you do have a little bit of a temper, which is really, really fun too. Like what are you? And so he's talking about being with you with that. He says that. Tell me. He says good morning to you all the time. Good morning to you. Hold on. Do you like have a robe, but you don't wear it in the mornings?
I just got a robe.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a short one or a
Yeah.
shorter one?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, how cute. This is what he did. I got a robe for Christmas and he just showed that to me and he put it on and he put your hair up like this, like in a clip or whatever
yeah.
it is. Yeah. And he has you have a cup and he's talking about you being cozy and he's saying good morning to you. And he's talking about like that wearing this robe isn't a normal thing. And it's because you just got it. Okay.
Yeah.
He says, so he just wants you to know that he's with you in the morning. He says that, tell me. Dino Nuggies. Interesting. So we still, what's up with the Dino Nuggies?
My kids when they were little, that's like all my parents was in my parents' house for them to eat. Like that's the one thing that they would always eat in my parents' house was Dino Nuggets.
Nuggies.
Like I don't know why that's what my dad just always bought, the dinosaur shaped.
Yes, that's so.
Sure.
Oh, I've never heard of. Okay, that's never come through in a session before. That's funny. So he's just talking about being around, trying to make you happy and laugh. He's saying that. Hold on, tell me. What? My what? He loves watching them, loved watching them, loved watching them. He's like, hey, listen to your mother. He keeps telling them over and over again. He
Okay,
says,
I'm gonna show them this recording, Dad. So
yeah. Oh,
you
he's
tell
going to.
them
He says,
to listen to.
all the time. Wait, do you have like a 12 and a 14-year-old? How old are your kids?
I have an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Really? Wow. Okay. This is what he goes. He says that they're like 2 years apart. That'd be in my head. And then he talks about how 12 was like the number one. Oh, I wonder.
Karsten will be 12 this in 2023.
He will be 12. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I bet that's hold on. Pew 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 pew. Okay, so apparently we play with like yeah, we're gonna yeah,
Oh,
interesting.
they started with Nerf guns, then they
Yeah.
moved to pellet, like gel pellets, the
Yeah.
seeds.
Oh, I
And
know
then
what those are.
my going to be 12-year-old Karsten got a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay,
Like,
I just got
Christmas
one of
story Red Ryder. BB
oh
gun.
my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I just got my son who's 10, one of those gel ones, right?
Yeah.
So he shot my ex-husband. It was great. Wonderful. But he goes pew 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 pew. And I'm like, okay, cool. So he knows about that. He says
Okay.
he coming up and touching him on his shoulder over and over again. He says, so tell me one more over here. Come here. Oh my God, I could channel you for so long. What? Ooh. Were we going to spread Dad's ashes?
We did. Yeah.
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 Okay, good, good. I go, where are you at? I said, I bet you're buried. And he goes, no, no. You see, my wife would have left me. And I go, so he's talking about her moving across country and nobody there to like take care of the graveside. And I said, so what? What? And he got a jar and he goes, like that, and you see smoke. And I was like, all right, so we spread us. He says that he's in the wind. Did we do this in the ocean? Was like this a thing?
Part of him is in the ocean in Cabo San Lucas, which is like one of his favorite places.
Yeah.
And then the other part of him is on a mountain in Colorado.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. He talks about how when his ashes this is going to be really weird for you. He says when his ashes left, he could smell the salt air. And I was like, all right. That's the thing.
My kids and my mom did it like off the back of a cruise ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, okay. Yep. So he was there for that. He says that he couldn't have a margarita, but that's okay. He says that like he's not a big drinker anymore. Apparently never was really.
Oh, no,
What?
he was a big drinker.
Was he
Well,
a
I mean,
big
he didn't
drinker?
drink a lot, but he drank every day.
Yeah. Okay. This is what he says. I can't have a margarita anymore. And I was like, you're an alcoholic. And he goes, no, no, no. I'm not a big drinker anymore. And I was like, fine. So FYI, that's his thing. He says that, oh, but he likes his hard liquor and like ice cubes. Wasn't that his thing?
No, not that I
Weird.
remember.
Okay. Okay. Only reason he just shows me like a highball glass with like an ice cube in it. So I was like, that's my sign for that.
Iced tea.
Oh, that would
That
be
was
brown
like
too.
he always had iced tea with him if he
Okay.
was
Well then,
drinking coffee.
okay. Okay. Well then that was it. Yeah. He showed me like a tall glass. I call it a highball, and he puts like a brown liquid in it, and then he puts ice in it. So
That's
I'm
iced
like,
tea.
maybe. Okay. There you go. He says that he just likes hanging out with you because you talk to him the most. Because you talk
I
to him
know
all the
he's
time.
around.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Just
think
likes,
I don't my sister definitely doesn't believe it.
no. Well,
I think my mom believes it because she needs something to hang on to.
yeah.
But I don't think she talks to him anymore.
No, she doesn't. So that's why he just hangs out with you. So
Fine.
I know, and I need you to keep talking to him.
Every day
I
for the
know.
rest of my life.
I know, and you will, and he'll be there to grab you whenever you pass on, which is not for a while. So I want you to keep wearing your robe. I want
Okay.
you to say good morning to him. I want you to show this recording to your kids.
Okay.
Okay, because he loves them and he loves you. And if it wasn't for the time, I'm 10 minutes late to my next appointment, but I wanted to stay here and I wanted to
Oh,
talk a little bit longer. But what I want you to do right now is that I want you to, like I said, have a good moment, have a good breather, have a good cry. And then I want you to do the signs and symbols thing. That way you have more control in your area. And email me in a couple of days.
okay.
And let me know what you get because I get them all the time.
Okay.
Okay. And so, and practice, 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 and don't doubt it, and just keep talking to them. And if you need me or if you have any questions at all, just email me first.
Okay.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
like to do this like once a year, just
Okay.
like really talk to him
No, I
and
know.
then
Yeah. Well,
hear the
so
responses.
I know. Well, so this is what I want you to do. So, and we can even down the line, we can even play with where, if we do a lot of prep beforehand, we can see if we can get his voice to come through too, like actual voice. Okay. I'll show you how to do that. It's cool. It's I do with my dad. My channeling for me is not just about talking to dead people. It's having that conversation with a person that you thought you lost forever that is literally right next to you.
Yeah, this was my card today.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
I knew he would be here.
Yeah, he is, because he is there. So yeah, so what I want you to do is email me first.
Okay.
If you want to book a session, email me and then I'll do it. I'll book you for the same price that you did before. It's just going to go to my secretary. I'll have to tell her everything. Just say, hey, Amy told me this, and then book my next available, and then you tell me if you want to do like a year or 6 months or whatever, and then
Okay.
I'll just have her put you on the end of one of my full days.
Okay.
Okay.
All
But
right.
you have to email me and let me know. Okay.
I will absolutely do that. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
you're welcome. I love
I
you, my
love you,
friend. I'll
Dad.
see you soon.
Okay.
Anytime.